Starting this week, NFL football becomes a 4-day-a-week affair. All 32 teams are in action, and a pair of Saturday games are very interesting. The Las Vegas Raiders meet the Cleveland Browns in a matchup of teams fighting to get off the AFC playoff fringe. And the New England Patriots meet the Indianapolis Colts in a classic rivalry in primetime. Those come after what should be a thrilling Thursday night matchup between AFC West rivals, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. The Green Bay Packers and Baltimore Ravens also meet on Sunday, but Aaron Rodgers with a toe and Lamar Jackson with an ankle are both nursing injuries. Hello, friends, and welcome to our brand new home of NFL football for the rest of this season. Thursday nights. It's not NFL Saturday anymore. It's now strictly sports NFL Thursday. We got a huge game underway right now as part of Week 15. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers up 14-13. The Chargers are driving. A penalty has just been called on Kansas City, and the Chargers are definitely in prime position right here and now to add to their lead. And let's not forget, first place in the AFC West to the winner, regardless. If the Chiefs win, then it's a 2-game lead for them. And then they'll be in the position to control their own destiny. A Charger win, the records would be tied, but the Chargers would have the tiebreaker, head-to-head, sweep, because they beat Kansas City in Week 3 at Arrowhead. So, what a play that could have been. But anyways, without any further ado, I am your host, Anthony Florio, and I am joined, as always, by good old MF Michael Fletcher, Michael Bullock, and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time. And I'll tell you right now, with the way this game is going, expect some bonus commentary when necessary. So, and it might be necessary right here and now because we got a red zone alert. So the Chargers will have it, and it's a handoff to Eckler, and he doesn't get much on that one. So it'll be third down coming up. So huge implications. So while we're waiting for that, let's get into our to the rest of the slate, including, and we're going to get into the Saturday doubleheader, and it will start on the NFL Network this Saturday. Well, actually, no. Let's get into this next play here. Herbert throws and has his man, breaks free. Oh, I think he might be a little bit shy of the first down. It's going to be 4th and short coming up, and we're going to see if they go for it or if they're going to bring on the field goal unit. And I think they're going to go for it. It looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th and 1.
I would not be surprised if they did go for it on 4th, because I think that's a smart move to do. You want to keep Mahomes and company off the field, get the first down.
They're going to go. They're going to go. Here we go. 4th and 1. Eckler. He's got the first down and more. 1st and goal. It's Joshua Kelly, and it's a 1st and goal for the Chargers. Gain of 7. So we're definitely going to keep an eye on this drive. And MF, O-line does it again.
O-line does it again. Great blocking up front. And Kelly just found the spot right on the outside. So, no, great play calling by the Chargers to set them up at 1st and goal.
1st and goal. Kelly. Is he in? Short of the end zone. Inside the 1. Daniel Sorensen on the stop. So 2nd and goal for the Chargers. So
either you can jump over the top, QB sneak it, or play action fake. Somebody will be open on the play action.
2nd and goal. Herbert looking in trouble, throws it away. 3rd and goal.
Yeah, no, that was a bad play by Herbert. You should have basically, I believe they had somebody open on the outside, maybe. They could have dumped it to 40, but the thing is, 54 was all over them. So,
Nick
no,
Bolton.
yeah.
And Nick Bolton all over him. So 3rd and goal coming up. Kelly. Fumble. Loose ball, and the Chiefs have it.
Wow.
I think the ball came out. The Chiefs indicating they have it. What do the refs say?
Looked like Kansas City had it at first.
Chiefs ball.
Wow. Unbelievable.
More points left on the board. Joshua Kelly. The ball is knocked away. The Chiefs have it. Chiefs take over after the break. So that happened, gentlemen.
Now let's see. Hold on a second. Did it? No, that ball's clearly out.
Mm-hmm.
Yup, that's Kansas City's ball. First, I was worried because the thing I was worried about was that did he cross the plane before the ball became a fumble? But he was nowhere close to crossing the end zone. So no. And then it got punched out. So goal line stand by Kansas City at the end of the 3rd. Goal line stand by the Chargers to end right before the 3rd, where Mahomes is about to punch it in for Kansas City, and now Herbert and the Chargers choke at the goal line. Great goal line stand by Kansas City. They get the ball when we get back. So yeah, let's get into the Saturday games.
Yes, indeed. So we're going to take a break from the commentary for now. So, but we will jump in, like I said, when necessary. So, but anyways, we'll get into the first game of the Saturday doubleheader, and it will, and both of these games will be on the NFL Network, exclusively on the NFL Network. But I'll tell you a little trick for all you New Englanders out there in just a little bit. But first, at 4:30 on the NFL Network on Saturday, it's going to be our number 5 game of the week. This game came in at number 5 on our side of the ledger out of the 8 that we have. It will be the Las Vegas Raiders squaring off against the Cleveland Browns from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, on the NFL Network. And on the call for that one, it'll be Joe Davis, Kurt Warner, Melissa Stark, and Steve Weish. They will be on the call for that one. And the Raiders are opening up as 3.5-point favorites. We can certainly understand why in just a moment. Raiders lead the all-time series 14-10. The Raiders have won the last 3 meetings against the Browns, including in Cleveland last year, 16-6. Raiders have won the last 2 meetings in Cleveland. The other was in 2015. The Browns have not won. The last time the Browns beat the Raiders overall and at home was in 2014. That was a 23-13 finals. So, but getting into this to start it off, the Browns are suddenly back in the AFC playoff hunt, but the team has been decimated by positive COVID-19 tests. Baker Mayfield, backup Case Keenum, and Jarvis Landry are among the names. That means most likely Nick Mullins and a healthy dose of Nick Chubb, and the Browns maybe find a way against a reeling Raider team. What else do I have? Just give me 1 second here. I'm trying. Okay. The Raiders, as we know, they're in free fall as Derek Carr is playing poorly in a limited passing game. They also can't run the ball consistently, and their run defense has gone into the tank. The Browns will take full advantage of all those convenient weaknesses that play into their strengths of the rushing attack and throw pressure D backed by a deep secondary. So the Browns have already been in a situation like this. You know, they were decimated by, I don't know if it was COVID or injuries, but in a game against the Denver Broncos earlier this season, I think that was on a Thursday night, and they somehow won that game. So if they can do that against the Broncos, I think they might have a shot against the Raiders. So So with that, I'm going to take a chance, and I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns to win this game. I'm going to say the final score will be 24-20. I got Cleveland knocking off Las Vegas, but MF, it is certainly not going to be easy, especially with their franchise quarterback and their number one backup, along with Jarvis Landry and all those other guys who are out with COVID.
Yeah, this is a dangerous game if you're the Cleveland Browns because of the fact of the COVID. And the thing is that I think Darren Waller is out, so that's a major loss for the Raiders. But they still got some weapons here. But you're in Cleveland, you're in the dog pound. I kind of feel like this time around, this is a good spot for them, and I do believe that they'll get the job done. So yeah, when it's all said and done, I do believe that the Browns should win this game. So Browns win it. Michael Bullock, I give it to you.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, the Browns, I mean, obviously they're dealing with a COVID situation. I mean, but the thing is, obviously, I think they're going to have to rely on Nick Chubb a lot in this game. And yeah, it's just been a tough year for the Las Vegas Raiders. So I'm with you guys. I'm going with the Cleveland Browns to win this one. It'll be a close one, but I think they'll pull it out in the end. So, Florio, let's move on to the next game. And this is the one I'm going to have the most vested interest in.
Absolutely, Bullock, but we're going to have to put that on the burner for a moment because we got to cut in with some commentary here. Interception by the Chargers, Nwosu. First and goal for the Chargers, MF.
It was a devastating play. I think they were looking for Clyde Edwards-Helaire here. Let's see. Back to pass. Looking. Oh, he high-pointed it. High-pointed it, INT. Looking for Helaire. Tipped at the line.
First and goal.
Oh, my goodness.
Eckler is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles Chargers. Austin Eckler. You know what that sound means, MF?
Oh, yeah. Basically runs it right to the outside. Got some good blocking. That's a devastating blow right there. That's an incredible play. You go from 7 points to an 8-point spread. Oh my goodness. That's a thunderbolt and a half. Big play, INT. Make them pay on the next play. Well done.
The extra point is good by Dustin Hopkins. 9:29 to go in regulation. The Los Angeles Chargers. Nwosu with the pick. One play later, Austin Eckler takes it in. Chargers looking for a season sweep. Whew. Oh, boy. Remember, if the Chargers win, yes, the records will be tied, but the Chargers would have the tiebreaker because it would be a season sweep because they beat the Chiefs. Sweep. They beat KC and Arrowhead in week 3.
Yeah.
So technically, they would have the edge. They would be in the position to control their own destiny. So,
yeah.
Wow. Anything can happen on any given night, friends. That's all there is to say on that. So with that being said, let's get in to the other big main event on our side of the ledger, the number 2 game. If it's anything like what we have tonight, oh boy, that's all there is to say there. The other Saturday game, 8 o'clock kickoff over on the NFL Network, or 8:20 kickoff, rather be at 8:20. And yes, Michael Bullock, this game I know, well, we're all going to have a vested interest in, but nobody more so than you, Derek Ferreira, and the rest of Patriot Nation, as it will be the New England Patriots, the red-hot New England Patriots, squaring off against the Indianapolis Colts, a renewal of an old-school AFC East rivalry, and a rivalry that was renewed in the 2000s thanks to Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and all those legendary games. MF and I will touch on that in a minute because we saw more of those than anybody. New England Patriots, Indianapolis Colts, Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. On the call for that one, it will be Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olson, Pam Oliver, and Christina Pink. Double duty for Christina Pink because she's working the game tonight, obviously, as part of the Thursday night package. Indianapolis is opening up as a 2.5-point favorite. New England, though, leads the all-time series 48-28. Their last meeting was in 2018 in New England. New England won 38-24. Patriots have been on a roll against the Colts, including the playoffs. New England has won 8 straight meetings with the Colts. The Colts have not, the last time the Colts beat the Patriots at home and overall, got to go back to 2009. In Indianapolis, Colts won 35-34 on a wild Sunday night game, November of 2009. MF and I should know we had it, so there isn't much more to say on that. I think I've covered all the schematics. MF, I mean, if not for the game tonight, this very easily would have been our game here. I mean, when Patriots, Colts, I know it may not be the same as it was years ago, back when we had all those legendary Brady versus Manning wars that we had so, by God, much fun with back in those days. And they may not be walking through that door anymore, but we got two dynamo youngsters in Mac Jones and Carson Wentz. Major implications here. New England looks to strengthen, looks to put an even bigger stranglehold on the AFC East.
Mm-hmm.
But Indy, trying to stay in positioning. So huge game here, number 2 game of the week. MF, Pats and Colts is definitely going to conjure up all those great Brady Manning memories for us.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's going to conjure up some great memories. And the thing is that you got 2 very good defenses. You got 2 very good offensive, lightning in a bottle on both sides, where both teams have established the runs really well. Now it's basically a battle of wills. Which team is going to step up? Which team is going to rise up? Which team is really going to be the best out there? Of course, with Indianapolis, you're talking about the best running attack in the NFL with Jonathan Taylor, with the New England Patriots. You saw what they did against Buffalo in that game. Yes, it was bad weather, and they ran it on the Bills. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that against Indianapolis. I think that's going to be a little more of a tougher thing to do, more than anything else. But at the end of the day, you got to see how it plays out. And to me, it's been an incredible matchup, an incredible war. The Colts need this game just because of the fact that they're on the razor's edge of the AFC wildcard picture. And there's a lot of teams that would love to see Indy fall on Saturday night. So you got that factor. Of course, New England, if they win the game, not only are they looking for the stranglehold for the AFC on the AFC East, but they're also looking to maintain their lead with the number 1 in the AFC overall. And that's the big thing that we're going to have to wait and see how that goes. And relatively speaking, I think it's going to be the New England Patriots. I'm going to go with the Patriots to win this game, and I think that they will knock out the Indianapolis Colts. It's going to be a hard-fought game, but I think New England's going to win it. My final score is 27-21. The New England Patriots knock off the Indianapolis Colts. And Michael Bullock, I give it to you.
Yeah, what can you say about this Patriots team? I mean, it was 7 weeks ago. This team was 2-4, and then they go on this 7-game win streak, and nobody could have predicted that they would be in the not only in the lead in the AFC East, but the number 1 overall seed. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, if you would ask me at this point of the season, the Patriots would be leading the AFC East and have the number 1 seed, what would you have told me?
I would have said wrong, Buffalo.
But that just shows you, I mean, as Chris Berman would always say, because that's why they play the game. And, yeah, don't get me wrong, this is going to be a tough... Oh, and I think it looks like we got ourselves a touchdown!
We do! Touchdown, Kansas City, Tyreek Hill.
It's Tyreek Hill and 21-19. And all I can say is, man, oh man, these final 7:44 is going to be quite a dandy, Florio.
And don't forget MF. He's with me on this. So, MF, we got a touchdown here. Vintage KC, Mahomes to Hill.
You know what? I'm going to say this. It was too easy. Hill gets to the middle of the field, gets into that soft spot of the defense, and that's too easy for Patrick Mahomes.
And they're going for two.
And for Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
Why? Well, that's free real estate.
And we got to stop it here. Looks like I don't know if it's a timeout or nope.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's like a timeout or.
No, here we
go. Or
here
there
we
was something.
Here we go. I got it. I got this. I got this, guys. Here we go. They're gonna go for two. Here we go. Mahomes, looking, pumps, throws, got it. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, tie game.
Oh boy.
In the immortal words of Wayne's World and the infamous hockey scene, game on.
And this is one of those that basically Mahomes had to make the play for it because at first,
there's a flag. Hold on, there's a flag.
Well, I think this is after the play.
It's on the Chargers.
No, then that's fine. Then it's
the
good.
Passer.
Yep, then it's fine. Actually, that's gonna punish them worse because that's a 15-yard penalty on the kick.
Be enforced on the kickoff. Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say that's going to be enforced on the kickoff.
All right, Matt, let's go back to the two.
Well, first of all, I was going to try to say was that the pressure was on Mahomes. Basically, what happened was Mahomes was going to try to go one way. Here's Helaire. Helaire was open. They could have thrown it right there. However, the pressure of the defense, middle of the field, they were looking, there's nothing there. So Mahomes starts scrambling, and then Helaire basically cuts from the 4, goes downfield, and in the end zone, in the middle of the end zone, to get the 2 points. This was actually set it up, first of all, by a tremendous play by Travis Kelce that we didn't talk about, 69 yards. That sprung it to get him all the way to the 1-yard line. He tried to stretch it out. Then there was the throw to Tyreek Hill. And now the throw to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And what a response by the 2-time defending AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs. Because of everything that happened, we all thought that maybe the Chargers were going to get a stranglehold of this game. Kansas City's like, I don't think so, not yet.
Not yet, indeed. So, I believe we left off on Michael Bullock continuing his thoughts on.
Let's see if
the Patriots and the Colts. So, yep. So, all right, Bullock. Let's get back to Patriots and Colts from your end, and we'll cut in with commentary when it's necessary.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, this is a big game for them. I mean, this is a chance for them to really to really extend their lead, not just in the conference or in the AFC East, but also when it comes to the number 1 overall seed. So this is going to be a tough one. I mean, the defense continues to play well. I think they'll play well enough to make it hard on Jonathan Taylor. I mean, I'm sure he'll get his 100 yards, but I think the Patriots are going to make him earn it. So it's going to be a tough one, but I'm going with the Patriots to win this one. 27-20 is my final score. So, Florio, it is yours.
All right. So, the Patriots have a tricky matchup after a bye, given the Colts are hosting the game after their bye. Frank Reich does well in these situations, counteracting what Bill Belichick's team tends to do. The Colts will throw off the Patriots with their run-heavy attack with Jonathan Taylor, avoiding their strength in pass defense. They also can win up front to contain Mac Jones' help. Indianapolis would make a mild statement in pushing for its own playoff return. It's no longer Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning. Mac Jones and Carson Wentz will have to do and the Patriots will look to slow down Jonathan Taylor coming off a bye week. The Colts are hanging in the AFC playoff race, but New England has won the last 8 meetings. I say make it 9 in a row. My final score, I'm going to go with an unusual score. Why not? 29-27, New England knocks off Indianapolis. Even though as a Bills fan, I'm actually rooting for the Colts, and I'm not ashamed to say that. So, because we need that, because if Indy can win, and Buffalo beats Carolina, which we'll get into in a moment, game on in the East. That's all there is to say on that. So, I'll hope for it, but we'll see. So, so with that, give me New England, 29-27. From a professional standpoint, but personally, I want Indy to win. So with that being said, okay, these I got to find another list here. So I think I can work it here. All right. So based on the times and everything else. All right. So we'll get into the first of our Sunday games now. And speaking of the Buffalo Bills, it's going to be them, as they will be hosting the Carolina Panthers from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park in Buffalo. This game will be over on Fox, and I believe, yes, Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, and Lindsey Zarniak will be on the call for that one. Buffalo opening up as a 10.5-point favorite. Buffalo leads the all-time series 5-2. Last meeting was 2017 in Charlotte. Carolina won 9-3. Last meeting in Buffalo was in 2013. Buffalo won 24-23. The Panthers have only won in Buffalo once, and that was in 2005, 13-9. Carolina won. So, Michael Bullock, we start this one off with you. Carolina and Buffalo. Big game for the Bills here. But I'll tell you what, man. Say what you want about them, but damn it to hell, we had the Bucks. We had them. But the classic case of so close yet so far away. That knucklehead Brady got us again. What else is new? But hey, give Buffalo credit. But the big concern for Buffalo, Josh Allen with a sprained foot. I think he's gonna go. What says you?
Yeah, I expect him to go. I mean, look, this is a point where Buffalo really need this game. I mean, if he can't go, you have to rely on Mitchell Trubisky if that is the case, which I just don't see it happening. I think Josh Allen's going to play, but here's the thing, Florio. You cannot overlook Carolina. Especially with the matchup against the Patriots the following week. You guys need to do your job and refocus on the task at hand, because if you overlook Carolina, that can come back to bite you. I do expect Buffalo to bounce back here. I think they'll win this one. Yeah, so there's really nothing more for me to add to it. So Florio, the Bills really need to stop this skid that they're on, and they cannot. And I'm telling you right now, they cannot overlook Carolina.
No,
because if they do,
that
could be a huge mistake.
Well, they clearly overlooked Jacksonville, and look what happened there. So,
yeah, learn from that one, Florio. Learn from that one.
Right now, we got commentary here. We got the Chargers set up. It's 2nd and 8, and nothing much really doing on that. Melvin Ingram had to stop on that play, but 3rd and 6 coming up. But man, this is a big 3rd down here for the Chargers here. It's a 3rd down and 6. Chiefs have all 3 of their timeouts. Chargers have 2. So here we go, guys. 3rd and 6. Herbert throws, end zone, touchdown, Los Angeles Chargers, Keenan Allen.
I told you the Chargers needed to respond, and boy, howdy, they did it.
Chargers lead, but MF, look how much time they left for Patrick Mahomes and company.
Yeah, not only that, but they left them with all 3 timeouts, and they'll get the football, the 2-minute warning. That's a dangerous situation right there.
For the touchdown.
But what a play by Justin Herbert, just seeing the coverage, and it was single high. It was single high.
Chargers defense is really going to have to step.
Well, the thing is, he put look at the soft zone they gave him. They gave him a soft zone. 2 guys within 5 yards of Allen. You cannot do that. That's a major no-no, and that proved to be deadly, and it cost them huge.
Dustin Hopkins made the extra point, so it's 28-21. The LA Chargers leading the Kansas City Chiefs. 2:18 remaining in regulation. And we know what time it's going to be. It's going to be Patrick Mahomes' time. And this is usually the time where we've seen him thrive in this situation on so many occasions, regular season and postseason, especially that epic Super Bowl run from a couple years ago. But real quick, getting to Carolina and Buffalo on my end, the Bills should be coming home angry and emotional and ready to smash an NFC opponent. Why not the team after which they modeled their success? Josh Allen will play through his toe injury to destroy a wilting Panthers defense, while Cam Newton / PJ Walker face the wrath of Sean McDermott and Leslie Frazier's defense on every level. And the Bills need this one to break out of a funk where they have lost 4 of their last 6. The Panthers offer a chance for a get-right game, knowing they have a -8 turnover ratio and struggle to run the ball. Josh Allen gets Buffalo back on track with a monster game. 34-17. I got Buffalo getting it right, getting back to basics, beating Carolina. Not much more to say. MF, we saw it last week in Tampa. So close, yet so far away.
Yeah, so close, but yet so far away. I think this is the way that it needs to be laid out more than anything else. So, yeah. You're absolutely right. I think they just got to handle their business and do whatever they need to do. Look, Buffalo's biggest weakness is the run attack, but you don't have Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey is their biggest running back threat, and they don't have him. So you don't really need to worry about that. And then as far as defensively goes, yeah, you're gonna have Cam Newton and PJ Walker possibly. That's a 2-headed, They're not a threat. They're not a threat. That's not a big issue. If anything, Buffalo should easily win this game with no problems whatsoever. So nothing more to say. And yeah, let's move on. Florio, it's yours.
All right, we're in the 2-minute warning, so we definitely have time to get into our next game here. I gotta try to remember the exact order that I remember it. So, all right. After Buffalo for the Sunday slate, I believe it should be for the early window. I believe Fox's game of the week. Yes, that is correct, as it will be the Arizona Cardinals squaring off against the Detroit Lions from Ford Field in Detroit. This game will be over on Fox, and it's their Zonk game of the week. And on the call for that one, Gus Johnson with Aqib Talib and Megan O'Leary. Arizona opening up as a 12.5-point favorite. And the series history favors it favors the Detroit Lions, actually. Detroit leads the all-time series 34-28 with 6 ties. They met in Arizona last year, and believe it or not, the Detroit Lions actually won that game by a score of 26-23. They played to a tie in 2019, and the Lions actually won in Arizona the year before that, 2018. Matter of fact, the Lions have won 3 out of the last 4, including that tie. Arizona hasn't beaten Detroit since 2015 in Detroit, 42-17. And Arizona's last home win against Detroit was 2014, 14-6. So So yeah, a get right game here. Cardinals coming off a short week, but they're looking to keep pace for the top seed in the NFC. Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins are healthy again as well. That's still a huge spread to cover on the road. The Lions are 1-5 at home, but 3 of those losses are by 8 points or less. And trying to find this game in my list here. The Cardinals won't be taking the Lions lightly, given the way they have smashed some lesser teams this season with relentless offensive diversity and swarming defense. The Lions' viable offensive options are dwindling at the wrong time around Jared Goff. Dan Campbell's team got its one home win out of the way. Detroit won't stand in the way. Detroit won't stand in the way. Arizona steamrolling more toward the NFC's number 1 seed, even though Green Bay has it right now. But I got the Arizona Cardinals winning this game. I'm going to say 38-17, one of the locks of the week, if not the lock of the week. 38-17. I got Arizona all over Detroit, so not much more to say. MF, perfect time for a get-right game for Arizona after that tough luck loss to the Rams on Monday night.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It is definitely going to be a get-right game for them. At the end of the day, I do believe that Arizona should be able to bounce back. They just had a lot of pressure on them, and the Rams were really good. They delivered when they needed to deliver. That was a huge win for them. And yeah, it's going to be a good matchup to say the very least. So I do believe that the Cardinals will bounce back more than anything else. And yeah, I got really nothing more to say. Cardinals win. Do I hand this to Bullock?
Yes, I started it.
Yeah.
All right, so Mike, it's yours.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss there for Arizona on Monday night. I mean, but yeah, this is their chance to bounce back against a not so good Lions team here, and yeah, they need this to keep pace for that number 1 seed in the NFC. So I do expect them to bounce back and basically win this one, and I think they should have no problem here. So yeah, there's really nothing more for me to add to it. So Florio, it is yours. Florio?
Oh, my mic was muted. I'm so sorry. I forgot to unmute my mic. I guess it's the excitement of this game here. But commentary might be necessary. I mean, the Chiefs are in charge of territory, so we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But Mahomes is looking. Mahomes, and he's just gonna run out. All right. So we'll take a moment here. Next up on our list here, if I have the alphabetical order by home team in the early window correct, I believe the next game should be I believe it's our Zonk game of the week. It's not only the Zonk game of the week, but I think it's the Zonk game of the year. It's a game of the century on the Zonk side of things. The Houston Texans squaring off against the Jacksonville Jaguars from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. And on the call for that one on CBS, it will be Andrew Catalan, James Lofton, and Cherie Burris. Patrick Mahomes looking at Ryan Mahomes is gone. First and goal. Whoa. MF, where did he get all that real estate?
The one thing that you never do is there was a busted coverage wide open, thinking everybody's going to be covering and running. And the next thing you know, Mahomes was off to the races. Now, normally, this was his rookie year or anything else, he probably would go all the way for the touchdown, but he was smart. But everybody exploded or exploited on one side. Mahomes went the other way, and look at all that green he had. That is unbelievable.
First and goal.
That to happen.
It's first and goal. Mahomes throws. Touchdown, Kansas City, Travis Kelce. MF, what is it about these two teams in a Thursday night?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but the thing is, here, guys, there's still 116 and 2 timeouts left for the Chargers. All they gotta do is get into field goal range.
That's
This is
true. That's true.
All right,
But
MF, set it up.
I mean, what is there to say? What a great play. Mahomes just buying time. Kelsey got open, and that's what gave him the touchdown on this one. This was incredible. 2-man coverage, one-on-one, and it was just a shadow. Kelsey just goes around and just lays out for the touchdown. Just a soft touch. Nice play by Kelsey to get the touchdown.
And Harrison Butker has added the extra point, and we are tied at 28 with 1:16 to go in regulation.
Unbelievable. Here
3
we
years
go
ago.
again.
We said going in, if it was anything like what we saw 3 years ago at Arrowhead, it was going to be something special. This game just might be even better than that one 3 years ago.
Oh, man.
When Phillip Rivers had that big moment. So, oh my goodness. What a game.
But now the thing is that here we go again. Now the Chargers has all the pressures on the Chargers now.
2 timeouts.
2 timeouts.
1:16.
I mean, it's doable, and you need to get into field goal range. And I think the range that you want to go is about maybe 35-yard line. So if they bat this out of the end zone, you start at the 25. So you would need about maybe
Touchback.
40 yards just to get. I'd probably say 25. So
Touchback. So here's the
you
numbers
need
of the night.
you need about maybe 50 yards just to get into field goal range.
Patrick Mahomes, 27 of 40, 325 yards, 2 touchdowns, an interception, and a fumble loss. Justin Herbert, 20 of 33, 217 yards, 2 touchdowns, a pick, and a rushing touchdown. And the Chargers running game, as a team, 192 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns on the ground.
And that's going to be one of the factors, especially in this final drive, because if that running game can continue their hot streak, that is probably going to be the difference of winning this game or losing. You're going to have to establish a run early, even though they're going to bring the house on them.
First down, Keenan Allen. Tick, 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 tick.
You're not in panic mode. You could play this.
2 timeouts.
You don't have to rush.
They're just about midfield. Herbert throws incomplete. Intended for Mike Williams. And that'll stop the clock with 39 seconds. Second down. And I think commentary beyond necessary now. So, all right. Looking for Mike Williams, nothing doing.
Yeah, that was one of those that he just threw right behind him. I think he was looking for Williams to short the route, and he didn't really. He just left it hanging.
Dustin Hopkins' career-long field goal is 56 yards. There's a flag on the play. The pass was
Who's it
intercepted,
on?
but it's a flag. Chardavius Ward had the pick, but the flag down. Hold on.
It's got to be against Kansas City.
No, it's against the Chargers. Offsides. Or false start, rather.
Well, oh, that would negate false start before the play. So that negates the INT.
Yeah.
The officials are talking it over.
They're talking it over right now.
Yeah, big call. Big call here. Here it is.
Well,
Hold on.
Oh, illegal shift. Not all players were set.
but that doesn't matter because that's a pre-snap penalty. That means Chargers keep the ball.
Yeah, 1st and 15. Yeah, the whistle blew the play dead. Even though Ward had the pick. So here we go.
Basically, yeah, it's a pre-snap penalty. So
Second and 15.
Yeah. Second down.
Second and 15. Herbert throws. It's broken up. Intended for Jared Cook, but Cook was in double coverage. Sorensen in on that. 3rd and 15.
Yeah, if they don't convert here, I think you got to punt it, especially with the way that Kansas City offense is.
You got to punt it, but the problem is that if you're Kansas City, you bring everybody but the kitchen sink at them. That's an all-out blitz.
And they've got all 3 timeouts as well.
And they got all 3 timeouts. On top of that, advantage Kansas City if they get the ball back.
3rd and 15. Herbert. He's going for it all. Keenan, oh. No. Flag, no. No flag. 4th and 15. Herbert went for it all, and he came up broke.
What do you think, guys?
Oh. Let's see. Ball downfield just overshot him. No, there's no way you can call a flag on that.
I think that's what I think. Well, I think the thing is, I mean, even if there was contact and it was overthrown like that and deemed uncatchable, I think it would have overruled it.
No, it's uncatchable because the thing is, they're hand fighting.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
That's a hand fight. There's no flag. I'm sorry. There's no penalty on that. That's a good call by the referees.
All right. Chargers punted it away, and Mahomes and the Chiefs, they have all 3 timeouts and 17 seconds to try to get it within field goal range for Harrison Butker. And Justin Herbert can just sit and watch.
He's just hoping for overtime now.
Yeah, that's the thing he's hoping for is overtime.
But the thing is that if you're Kansas City, you can throw it in the middle of the field. You got no fear right now. You need to get chunk yards right now. If I'm Kansas City, I'm looking for 20 and 30-yard passes right down the middle. You don't have to worry.
Here we go.
Just throw it downfield.
Yep. Mahomes throws, and he has his man. That's Byron Pringle, and he got out of bounds, and it stops the clock with 11 seconds. And I think they need about 22 more yards to get it within Butker's career long, which was 58 in this building, week 2 against the Chargers last year.
And that was a good play. That's a good start. You know, like I said, you'll want to get a couple of more yards. You'll want to get some big yardage here, get some chunk yards. Again, 20 yards downfield, then burn a timeout. You're in good range.
They already called the timeout. Yeah, they burned a timeout here. They obviously didn't like the way it was set up. And we look ahead to a big special on Fox on Christmas Day at 2 p.m. Eastern, All Madden, the documentary. The legendary John Madden, coach, broadcaster, and the head
he was one of the big tables of
Fox of all time. Yep, he was the lead on Fox, yes, for many, and CBS with the great Pat Summerall, maybe the greatest NFL broadcast duo of all time. The eyes of
all right, here we go. 1st and 10.
11 seconds. 11 seconds. Mahomes fires downfield and nothing doing. And the clock stops with 5 seconds.
I think this is where you go Hail Mary, right?
You would think, but the thing is, do you have enough, or do you just try to go short, try to go deep downfield and hope and pray for do you just try to go quick out downfield, make a catch, and then go quick timeout?
Actually, I think they're just going to play for OT, and they are. We're going to overtime, fellas.
Wow.
We are heading to overtime here at SoFi
Well, I think
Stadium.
the thing is, Mahomes, I mean, I don't think he wants to risk a bad throw where it could possibly be a pick 6. So I think this is where
I disagree with that. You have 2 timeouts remaining. I don't know about that. I'm
just guessing.
I got to question that the decision there, because you got 2 timeouts. You had nothing. You had nothing to lose there. You could have gone downfield with it. I feel like that felt like a wasted drive.
A
All right.
chicken bleep move.
Let's go over the overtime rules for anybody who may not know. Coin toss will determine the possession. Both teams will have an opportunity to possess the football unless the initial possession results in a touchdown or a safety, 1 10-minute period, 2 timeouts for both teams, and all replays are initiated from the booth.
And normally in this situation, normally you would like to get the ball first in overtime.
Coin toss. Here we go.
Chargers hoping they win it.
Both teams do. Here we go. Call is tails. It's tails, and the Chiefs have won the toss, and the Chiefs will get the ball first in overtime.
Yeah, you could see the guy saying, "Hey, we want the ball." You knew that was going to be a response right away.
That's what Buffalo did last Sunday against Tampa. So, well, we have a break in the action. Let's get into what is which is when it comes to our side of the ledger, our Zonk game of the week. Heck, I could call it the Zonk game of the year because these may be the 2 worst teams in the NFL right now. The Houston Texans squaring off against the Jacksonville Jaguars from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. And this game will be on CBS with Andrew Catalon, James Lofton, and Cherie Burris. And let's see. Got caught here. That's a little frozen for a moment. All right. Man, where is it? All right. Jacksonville opening up as a 5-point favorite. And they met earlier this season. Matter of fact, they met on opening day. They met back in week number 1 in Houston. And the Houston Texans won that game by a score of 37-21. So it adds to Houston's series lead over Jacksonville. Houston leads the all-time series. It's now 26-13. Texans have now won 7 straight against Jacksonville, including the last few meetings in Jacksonville. And that also includes a London game a couple years ago. The Jaguars have not beaten the Texans at home and overall since 2017. That was a 45-7 beatdown. So I believe this was supposed to go to MF to start it off. I'm sorry, MF, but you got to start off on our Zonk game of the week. Heck, Zonk game of the year, because these are hands down the 2 worst teams. But let's be realistic. You thought the Jacksonville drama was something? Oh, the Jacksonville drama just took an even bigger turn. Your boy, Urban Meyer, he gone.
Yeah, Urban Meyer got fired, and rightfully so. He deserved it. At the end of the day, I kind of feel like this is one of those matchups that I'm going to easily call it, man. I just feel like Houston will probably figure it out. I just think the Texans are going to win this game. There's just too much turmoil, too much problems. Maybe the Jacksonville Jaguars rally behind the quarterback here, behind the new head coach, Darrell Bevell, but I just don't know. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out. But at the end of the day, I'm going to say it. I do believe it's going to be Houston winning. Bullock, it's yours.
Yeah, I got Houston winning this one as well. I mean, it's just so much drama in Jacksonville. I mean, and of course, with the firing of Urban Meyer, and I'll be quite honest, and Fletch, you even brought this up. He should have been fired much sooner. I mean, with all the things that we've heard before the whole thing with Josh Lambo basically getting kicked by Urban Meyer. I mean, it's one thing to scream at a player, but to get physical with him like that to me is an absolute no-no. You do not do that. Being physical with your player is not the right way to coach him up. So, yeah, it's just a messy situation down there. So, I think this is where Houston will take advantage of it. So, Houston wins. For it's yours.
The Texans took down the Jaguars in week 1 and will complete a season sweep on the road. Something must give here. given the nature of anemic offenses and often porous defenses. Houston seems to be playing more inspired with Davis Mills and David Culley, while the Jaguars are going through the motions with Trevor Lawrence and the rest of his teammates after the rocky tenure of Urban Meyer ended during the wee hours of this morning, during the late night, overnight hours. The loser in this game of 2-11 teams will be in the mix for the number one pick in next year's NFL draft. Houston won the first meeting in week 1. Texans quarterback Davis Mills will leave the go-ahead drive late to complete the sweep of the Jaguars. I'm going to say 17-13 Houston defeats Jacksonville. So not much more to say on that. So let's move on to the next game on our list. And if I have it correctly in my desired order, I believe we go from one divisional rivalry to another divisional rivalry. We go from the AFC South to the AFC East. And I believe, second meeting of the year between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. And this game will be over on CBS. And on the call for that one, it'll be the legendary Greg Gumbel with Adam Archuleta and AJ Ross. Miami opening up as a 9.5-point favorite. I know that's going to make MF very happy. Just trying to get to my series history here. Slow loading. So they met about a month or so ago. They met back on November 21st in the Meadowlands at MetLife. And Travis Kelce, game over. Chiefs win in overtime, 34-28.
Unbelievable. Middle of the field, once again, Patrick Mahomes, no fear. And this was all Kelce. Once he broke the tackle, breaks another, and breaks the hearts of the Chargers. Just like that. There was nothing you could have done. Once you got in the middle of the field, wide open, touchdown Chiefs, they win it. They stick the dagger into the heart of the Los Angeles Chargers. And I'll tell you one thing. You want to know who's happy right now? All those teams that are fighting for the wild card spot. Buffalo, Indy, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Miami, Denver, Pittsburgh. All those teams are salivating right now. They are celebrating tonight. That was a monumental loss. That's a heartbreaker for them and for Kansas City. Their eyes are now firmly on the prize. They're thinking number 1 seed. Now they're hoping New England loses on Saturday. Unbelievable.
Again, I ask, what is it about these two teams and Thursday night? MF, I got to be honest, I think this game tonight was even better than the one we saw 3 years ago.
Absolutely.
A 5-star.
What a joy. What a game.
A 5-star Shakespearean drama classic. Chiefs win it 34-28 in overtime. And they now have a 2-game lead in the AFC West. And they now control their own destiny, not only in the AFC West, but also for maybe the number 1 seed in the AFC as well. Oh.
My God. Oh, my God. Wow.
Well, thankfully the game's over now. Now we can focus on our remaining slates. So, oh, my. All right. New York Jets, Miami Dolphins from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. I mentioned Greg Gumbel, Adam Archuleta, AJ Ross will be on the call. The Dolphins opening up as 9.5-point favorites. And they met earlier this year, back on November 21st in New York. Miami won that game by a score of 24-17. So It adds to the Miami Dolphins' all-time lead against the New York Jets. Miami now, well, actually, no, it actually ties the series. The series is now tied 55-55 with a tie. And that one tie came in 1981 in Miami, a 28-all tie in 81. Dolphins have now won 3 in a row against the Jets. They won in New York this year. They met in Miami last year. Miami won 24-0. The Jets have not won in Miami since 2016. That was a 27-23 win. But the Dolphins have won 4 straight meetings at home against the Jets. So I believe this goes to Michael Bullock. So MF, I should say Michael Bullock rather. I'm sorry, the excitement. So Michael Bullock, come on in. We got the Jets and the Dolphins for you to lead off on, but what a finish we just saw.
Man, oh man, I mean, what a finish this was here. I mean, yeah, now if you're a Kansas City fan, you're basically hoping, like Fletch was saying, that New England loses, even though we think New England's going to win. So, but we'll wait and see. But yeah, I mean, and obviously this is a big one for the Dolphins here. I mean, if they want to keep, if they want to remain in the playoff chase, I mean, especially for one of the wild card spots, and obviously one of the big stories, obviously Jalen Waddle, one of their best receivers. It looks like he's going to be out because he's in COVID protocols as well. So that could be a huge loss for them. But I still think they're going to find a way to win this one. So I got the Dolphins winning this one. Florio, it is yours.
Yeah. There's no question about this one. Another one of the locks of the week. Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins passing game will come out with more confidence after the bye, but their inconsistency in running the ball to go after the Jets' biggest defensive weakness will keep the visitors hanging around in the division rivalry game. Look for Zach Wilson to respond well against the Dolphins' blitzes once or twice late to keep this game at a touchdown margin. And the Dolphins can run their winning streak to 6 games, and Tua Tagovailoa has a 100-plus passer rating with just 1 interception through his last 3 starts. New York has allowed 30-plus points in each of its last 2 losses. The Jets haven't won in Miami since 2016. So with that being said, I got the Miami Dolphins winning this game. My final score, I think they'll pull away late. I'll say 28-17. The Miami Dolphins keep their winning ways going against the New York Jets. So not much more to say. MF, we already know where you're heading, but hit us with it anyway.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything you guys have been saying. There is a little concern with the Dolphins, especially with the COVID situation going on. We got all of our running backs are basically out as of right now. I haven't heard Myles Gaskin. I heard Ahmed also got it. Philip Lindsay got it. Javon Holland, who is our best rookie linebacker right now, and who is a candidate for defensive rookie of the year. Defensive rookie of the year. He got COVID too. And yeah, the big news of the day today did come out that Jalen Waddle will not play on Sunday because he ended up on the COVID protocol as well. Bad situation for that. But the thing is that you got to handle your business. Next man up. Tua's been playing great lately. Yes, there has been some inconsistencies. I will openly admit that. I saw the game a couple of weeks ago when they were playing the New York Giants, and yeah, they were a little inconsistent. It wasn't a great game. It wasn't a great performance. But now here we are, and I kind of feel like they will turn it around. We just got to wait and see how it plays out, and there's really nothing more to say. So yeah, I do believe Miami will win, and they will continue their hot streak. This will get them to 7-7, and for the first time since week 1, I think since week 2, I should say, after they played Buffalo, I do believe Miami will finally be back at 500 with 3 very crucial games to go. So yeah, this is a big a big game that they need to get, especially to try to keep pace with the division, with everybody in the playoff race. And like I said, that Kansas City outcome, that was a massive result tonight for that. Now that puts Miami literally one game. If they win on Sunday, it will literally put them one game behind. And if a couple of teams fall, who knows? We could be talking at the end of Sunday, Miami possibly in a wild card position. But a lot of things would need to happen.
Indeed, they would. So, all right. So we're all in agreement on that. So let's move on to the next game. Another divisional rivalry. We go from the AFC East to the NFC East, as it will be the Dallas Cowboys squaring off against the New York Giants from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, in the Meadowlands. And this one will be over on Fox with Adam Amin, Mark Schlereth, and Shannon Spake. And the Dallas Cowboys opening up as 10.5-point favorites. These two teams met earlier this season, back on, I believe it was October 10th. Was that the date? Yes, October 10th, Columbus Day weekend. And it was the Dallas Cowboys in a rout in a game that was cross-flexed over to us. Giants won in a rout 44-20. So, actually, no, that game was on Fox. That's right. 44-20, Dallas won that game. So Dallas adds now to their series lead. Dallas now leads the all-time regular season series with the Giants 70-46 with 2 ties. And Cowboys winning at home. However, the Giants won last year in New York. The last meeting in New York last year, Giants actually won that one, 23-19. Cowboys' last win in New York was the year before, 2019. That was a 37-18 final. So with that, let's get into the Cowboys and the Giants. And trying to find it on my list. Okay. The Cowboys are huge favorites against the division rival Giants, and they have a chance to win for the 9th time in the last 10 meetings. New York is 3-3 at home, and rivalry rules are always a factor, but the Cowboys present too many problems. The Cowboys' offense is in a funk because of no reliable running game, shaky line play, and Dak Prescott pressing try to do too much and force things that aren't there to his explosive wide receivers. This screams get well game for everything Dallas wants to do to move the ball with Kellen Moore. New York's shaky quarterback situation with nothing beyond Saquon Barkley leads to another rout. I say Dallas wins another easy win. I'll say 30-13. Dallas takes care of the Giants in the Meadowlands and continues to control their own destiny in the NFC East after that big win in Washington last week. So 30-13, Dallas wins over the Giants. So MF, your thoughts on Cowboys-Giants round 2?
Yeah, no, I'm with you on this one. I think Dallas will definitely figure it out. The Giants is just, they're a shell of themselves. You know, they haven't really been a really good team this season. They've had their moments. I just feel like right now, the Giants has not been really good. They only rely on one thing and one thing only, and that's basically Saquon Barkley. There's really no receiving threat here. I think at the end of the day, I do believe that the Cowboys should be able to handle their business and get yet another big win. So for me, give me Dallas to win this one going away. Michael Bullock, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I think the Dallas Cowboys should be able to handle their business here. I mean, yeah, so yeah, I got the Dallas Cowboys winning this one, no problem whatsoever. So nothing more to say, Florio. It's yours.
All right, we got 2 early games left, and they're both in the state of Pennsylvania. So we'll start it off with, believe it or not, the first meeting between these two teams this year, as it will be the Washington football team squaring off against the Philadelphia Eagles from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. This one will be over on Fox, and on that call, it will be Kevin Kugler, Mark Sanchez, and Laura Oakman. Philadelphia opening up as a 9.5-point favorite in that one. And the series history favors the Washington, it favors the Washington football team, 87-79 with 5 ties. A lot of history here. Washington won both meetings last year, including the last meeting in Philadelphia. I believe that was a winner-take-all game, if I recall correctly, last year. Week 17 of last year. Washington won that game in Philly, 20-14. Philly's last win at home against Washington was the year before, 2019. That was a 32-27 final. So nothing much more to say here. So MF, Washington, and Philadelphia. Winner keeps pace with somewhat keep pace with Dallas in the East.
Well, someone keep pace with Dallas in the East, but I gotta say, what was up with Washington last week? What was that performance? I mean, you had the Cowboys and you literally blew that game. You literally blew the game. Tyler Heineke had a horrible performance. I don't even think there's anything more that you can add there. So for me, I'm a little bit skeptical about Washington. Philly is starting to look a little better. You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. I kind of lost faith in the Washington football team. The one time when I went with you guys against Dallas because I was believing the hype because of the winning streak, and you literally laid an egg. I don't know, guys. Will the real Washington team stand up? I got the Eagles winning. Bullock, it's yours.
Yeah, I mean, with the Eagle, I mean, with the Washington football team, I mean, yeah, that was a performance that I'm sure they're going to want to forget, especially at the end. So, in Philadelphia, I mean, I just see them continuing on a roll here. So, I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles as well. So, Florio, it's yours.
And we move on to our final early game of the week. And it's going to be on our side of the ledger, and it's the number 3 game of the week, as it will be the Tennessee Titans squaring off against the Pittsburgh Steelers from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And on the call and on CBS on the call for this one, hello friends, Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson, they will be in Pittsburgh for this one, and this is a pick 'em because I see 0. So this is obviously got to be a pick 'em game here, and rightfully so. Very even matchup here. Okay. Series history favors the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh leads the all-time series 44-31. The Steelers have won each of the last 3 meetings with Tennessee, including last year in Nashville. Pittsburgh won 27-24. Last meeting in Pittsburgh, 2017. Steelers won that one in a rout, 40-17. Tennessee has not beaten Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh and overall since 2013. 16-9 was the final there. So there isn't much more to say here. Michael Bullock, you started off. Number 3 game of the week on our side of the ledger. Major implications here. Big one for the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers at Heinz Field.
Yeah, this is a big one for both sides. I mean, Pittsburgh really needs this more. I mean, with them fighting for their playoff lives, and of course for Tennessee, I mean, they're starting to get healthy again, especially with getting Julio Jones back, and of course they could be getting Derrick Henry back. I mean, as soon as the playoffs, or maybe even sooner. So they could be starting to get healthy again. So I'm gonna actually go with the Tennessee Titans to win this one. So Florio, it is yours.
Yeah, huge game here, guys. The Titans will love this game because they can get physical for former Steelers linebacker Mike Vrabel and beat their host with their ideal style of play. Tennessee is still a strong running team when needed without Derrick Henry, and Pittsburgh's run defense is an ultimate mess. The Titans are playing with more defensive confidence and will rattle Ben Roethlisberger enough as he tries to exploit the secondary. And the Steelers are on the brink, and that's the kind of week when they pull an upset to stay in the playoff race. Tennessee will not abandon the run against a shaky Pittsburgh defense, and the Titans will clamp down on Najee Harris with their second-ranked run defense. Pittsburgh has won the last 3 meetings, So that upset chance still exists, but I'm just going to take the safe bet right now. I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans to win this game. I'm going to say final score will be 28-24. Tennessee steals one in Pittsburgh. So not much more to say. MF, another game that could have easily been ours, but hey, Tennessee and Pittsburgh, major implications in the AFC playoff race for both teams.
Yeah, no doubt about it. For Tennessee, you're trying to stay pace to try to get to the number 1 seed. Right now, currently held because of that win tonight. Kansas City is now the new number 1 in the AFC, barring what happens with the Patriots on Saturday night. So as of now, Kansas City's the number 1 overall in the AFC. So at the moment, we got that going on. And then with Pittsburgh, they're fighting for their playoff lives. They need to get to that position. There's really nothing more to add here. Tennessee's been looking a lot more better now than they did earlier in the year. Of course, the running game has been the biggest liability, but Ryan Tannehill and the receiving corps has been doing very well. Defensively, they've been playing good. With Pittsburgh, you don't know what you're going to get. 1 week, you got a really good Pittsburgh Steelers team. Then next week, they play like horrible. They play like garbage. We don't know what we're going to see with them. Tennessee's more consistent. I got the Tennessee Titans winning this game on Sunday. So, Michael Bullock. So, Anthony, back to you.
Yeah, Bullock started it. So now we go into the late games, gentlemen. And I think I can take it from here as far as the order goes. Oh, yeah, I got it. All right. So, there's 4 late games. We got 2 on CBS at 4:05 and 2 on Fox at 4:25. We'll start with the CBS games first, and we start with our game, the number 4 game of the week. This one came in at number 4. Another game with major implications here. The Cincinnati Bengals squaring off against the Denver Broncos from Empower Field in Mile High in Denver. This game will be on CBS, and it'll be Iron Eagle. Charles Davis and Evan Washburn, they will have it. And just bear with me for a moment. Got a little frozen there. I believe Cincinnati is the favorite here. Let me just double check that.
No, they're not. It's Denver.
No, it's Denver. I got it. Yep. It just slowed. It just froze up here. Denver is the favorite. MF is right. Denver opening up as a 2.5-point favorite. Denver leads the all-time series 22-10. Their last meeting was 2018 in Cincinnati. Denver won 24-10. Last meeting in Denver, 2017. Cincinnati winning 20-17. Broncos last beat the Bengals at home in 2015. 2017 overtime win. So with that, I'll start off on the late window. So our number 4 game of the week with major implications. The Bengals have been one of the most unpredictable teams this season. Cincinnati, however, is 4-2 on the road this season with some surprising victories. The Bengals also have a top 5 run defense, which will force the Broncos into some uncomfortable situations. Joe Burrow does the rest and keeps Cincinnati's playoff hopes alive. And just got another frozen thing here. But we got just hang on a second here. But I'm leaning towards Cincinnati here. I think they'll pull this one out. But I mean, this one can literally go either way. I mean, I'm literally having a hard time with this one. I mean, whoever wins, I won't be surprised. I mean, even if Denver were to win, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm leaning towards Cincinnati right now. So just this got frozen for a moment. So there was something else I wanted to share, but anyways, I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals to win this game. My final score, I'm going to say 24-23. Cincinnati beats Denver. So while I get my stuff together.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know what just happened there. Anthony Flair just ducked out on us. All right, so Cincinnati and we'll continue on here. So Cincinnati and Denver. I'm actually, in a way, I'm kind of leaning towards Anthony on this one with Cincinnati. The thing is that I just don't know if that's gonna be the right thing to say at the end. Let me see. I just had something here. All right, so like Anthony says, Denver is actually a 2.5 point favorite. Cincinnati is 6-7 against the spread, where Denver's 7-6. Denver leads the all-time series 22-10. Last time they played, Denver won 24-10. That was in 2018. Last week, Cincinnati lost to the 49ers. Of course, Denver had no problems with the Detroit Lions. And I kind of feel like this has got to be Cincinnati's game. Of course, T. Higgins has now 3 100 games in a row, shadowing Jamar Chase. Higgins actually has 114 yards against the Steelers, and he had another great performance, had 138 yards against the Chargers. The guy that you want to watch for if you're Denver, Noah Fant. Noah Fant's been amazing lately than anything else. Key matchup in the game is the Cincinnati run defense against the Broncos' top 10 run defense. That's going to be the key matchups. As far as injuries goes, multiple guys are in COVID. Denver's dominated the series more than anything else. And when it's all said and done, sorry, Anthony, I disagree. Give me the Denver Broncos to knock off the Cincinnati Bengals because they are in that mile-high air. Bullock, it's yours.
Yeah, this is a tough one for me to go with here, but I'm actually going to go. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals to barely pull this one out. So nothing more to say. Florio, it is yours.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
All right, I'm here. So I don't know what the heck happened. The connection dropped for some odd reason.
Yeah, that's happened to me before.
Yeah. So it's probably because I'm toggling between all these tabs, but yeah. Like I said, I had Cincinnati winning the game 24-23. My system's very, very slow. So all right. So with that, gentlemen, I'm gonna set you up for the other half of our 405 doubleheader. A lot of you will for those of you who are slated for regional action, you can keep. Yeah, Bullock is heading out. So so Bullock's done for the night. So let's get into our next game, which will feature the Atlanta Falcons squaring off against the San Francisco 49ers. And this game will be at Levi's Stadium in San Francisco. And cross-flexed over to CBS from this is a game you would normally see on Fox, but we ended up getting it in the cross-flex. So Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, Melanie Collins, they will be on the call for that one. San Francisco opening up as a 9.5-point favorite. San Francisco leads the all-time series 46-31 with a tie. The one tie was in 1986 in Atlanta, 10-10 overtime tie, back when they were divisional rivals. Their last meeting 2 years ago in San Francisco, 2019, Atlanta won 29-22. Falcons have won the last 2 meetings. 49ers' last home win and overall win against the Falcons was 2015, 17-16. San Fran won. So not much more to say. So MF, we'll start it with you. Atlanta, San Francisco, even though it's a cross-flex game, there's still playoff implications in this one.
Yeah, playoff implications, especially for the 49ers. They're right in the thick of it more than anything else. They've won 4 out of 5 And I really believe that the Niners have hit their stride now. George Kittle definitely has made some great plays. Debo Samuel has looked really good, and Jimmy Garoppolo has done really well lately. I feel like the Niners are going to get it. This is an easy game. I'm not going to call it an easy game, but I definitely do believe that they're going to get better. So yeah, at the end of the day, I'm going to say Niners should win this one. Anthony, it's yours.
Yeah. Just just bear with me for one moment. I just need to get something. Hold on one moment, please. All right. So we're talking about the Falcons and the Niners here. Here we go. The 49ers have quietly won 4 of their last 5 to get back in the NFC playoff race. And Eli Mitchell could return this week, but I don't know if he will. The Falcons can get to 500 with a win as well. Atlanta is 5-2 on the road this season. San Francisco wins, but it's close. I think it's going to be closer than most think. And trying to find my other set here. Yeah. Yeah. And I say San Fran will win. 49ers are grooving offensively with Jimmy Garoppolo, feeling it with dynamic triplets George Kittle, Debo Samuel, and Brandon Ayuk. The Falcons cannot cover any of them in any way. The 49ers run defense also can contain Cordero Patterson and Mike Davis and get a break with their pass rush, being able to get after Matt Ryan while their secondary doesn't need to worry about more than 2 receivers. But I think it's going to be a closer game than you think because Atlanta's got some dynamo on offense. But I'm going to say San Francisco wins. My final score, I'm going to say 31-26. San Fran wins. So with that being said, let's move on to the 2 425 games over on Fox. And we move on to America's Game of the Week. And this could be a Super Bowl preview. You never know. As it will be the Green Bay Packers squaring off against the Baltimore Ravens from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland on Fox. They were so great tonight. You're going to get them again on Sunday. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Aaron Andrews, but Tom Rinaldi will be there, not Christina Pinks. So Tom Rinaldi with Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, and Aaron Andrews. Green Bay opening up as a 5.5-point favorite. Green Bay leads the all-time series 4-2, but the Ravens won the last meeting with Green Bay in 2017 at Lambeau. Ravens won 23-0. Last meeting in Baltimore, 2013. Green Bay won 19-17. And the Ravens have only beaten the Packers at home once. That was in 2005. And that was a 48-3 beatdown. So with that being said, I'll start off on America's Game of the Week for Fox. Trying to find it here. All right. Lamar Jackson with an ankle and Aaron Rodgers with the toe are dealing with injuries that impact their mobility, and that means both teams could turn up the pressure on defense. The Packers are 4-3 on the road this season, but those victories are by an average of 4.5 points a game. This will be close, but the Packers will take advantage of a late turnover to close it. And then from there, the Packers get a break here against a depleted pass defense for Aaron Rodgers to attack, and Aaron Jones can also have good, versatile success out of the backfield. The Ravens like to blitz, but know they will be cooked trying that versus Rodgers and creating a lot of favorable one-on-ones. Baltimore's offense may not have Lamar Jackson on the other side to combat an active Green Bay defense. Tyler Huntley can make the Ravens competitive again, but the defense is becoming a bigger problem than the offense. If Lamar Jackson plays, well, I got Green Bay winning either way. If Lamar Jackson plays, I say Green Bay wins 27-24. But if it's Tyler Huntley, then it's 27-20. But either way, I got the Green Bay Packers winning this game. So not much more to say. MF, America's Game of the Week on Fox, the big game on their side, Green Bay and Baltimore.
Yeah, big matchup, no doubt about it. But I'm with you, Florio. I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers. I just feel like right now they're just way too good at this point. There's really nothing more to add. So, yeah, it's all yours, Florio. Green Bay wins.
All right. Okay, and we move on to server IP address can't be found. So, all right. So let's go into the other game here, as it will be the Seattle Seahawks squaring off against the Los Angeles Rams from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. This will be over on Fox with Chris Myers, Daryl Moose Johnston, and Jennifer Hale. They met earlier this season. They met on a Thursday night on October the 7th in Seattle, and the Rams came away with the win 26-17. Rams opening up as 4.5-point favorites. And with that win, they cut into Seattle's all-time series lead thanks to that Ram win in Seattle in October. The series history favors the Seattle Seahawks 25-20. Or I should say 25-21 because of the Ram win in Seattle. Last year in LA, Seattle won in LA last year, 20-9 last year. And the Rams' last home win against Seattle was the year before, 2019. That was 28-12. That was at the old LA Coliseum. So not much more to say. MF, started with you. Seattle and the Rams going at it. Seattle. They're a mess, but the Rams, what can you say about the Rams? What a huge win against Arizona last Monday night.
Unbelievable win last Monday night. That was an incredible performance, to say the very least. Yeah, I'm with you. I feel like the Rams have hit their stride now. A lot of people had expectations for them, thinking that they were Super Bowl contenders. Then they hit that little rough patch, but now they knocked out what was undoubtedly the best team in the NFC at the time, which was the Arizona Cardinals. And now I think a lot of people are starting to feel like, oh, they're back. So I gotta feel like the Rams are gonna continue it. Seattle's a complete and utter mess. I got the Los Angeles Rams winning this game. Anthony, it's yours.
Yeah, right there with you, man. Just excuse me for 1 second here. All right, I got what I need there. So okay. Yeah, I'm right there with you, MF. I mean, it's going to be the Rams. I mean, coming off that big win against Arizona last Monday night in a game that put them back in the NFC West race. They're within a game of them now. The Rams working on a short week, and the Seahawks are playing better with an offense that has hit 30-plus points the last 2 weeks with Russell Wilson. The Rams grinded out a 26-17 win in the first meeting in Seattle, and LA has won 4 of the last 5. That trend very likely will continue. And from there, the Rams will be trying to avoid this trap game on a short week after playing a much tougher division game on the road against the Cardinals. They will do so by keeping their strong running to ease the pressure on Matthew Stafford. Russell Wilson won't get the same support from the ground and has limited options with which to attack Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, and LA downfield. I got the LA Rams winning this game. My final score, 30-20. The Rams win. So move on to Sunday Night Football on NBC. Another divisional matchup from the NFC South. Second meeting between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. On NBC, Mike Tirico sitting in for Al Michaels. He'll be with Chris Collinsworth. And back from her little sabbatical. Should be back from her sabbatical this time around, Michelle Tafoya. And Tampa Bay opening up as an 11-point favorite. They met earlier this season. They met on Halloween in New Orleans, and believe it or not, New Orleans actually won that game by a score of 36-27. So the Saints now lead the all-time series 38-21, regular season-wise, that is. 38-21 New Orleans, with the Saints winning in the Dome. They met in Tampa last year in primetime. New Orleans absolutely destroyed Tampa 38-3. The Bucs have not beaten the Saints at home since 2017. That was a 31-24 final, but the Saints have won the last 3 meetings in Tampa. So with that being said, the Buccaneers and Saints both feature 2 of the league's best rushing defenses for several seasons running. The Saints will try to win again with a heavy dose of Alvin Kamara and Taysom Hill on the ground, while the Bucs will be fine, not forcing the issue with New Orleans native Leonard Fournette. Tom Brady will pick apart the many holes in the Saints' pass coverage away from Marshawn Lattimore. And then from there, the Buccaneers will look to stop the tandem of Taysom Hill and Alvin Kamara, who rolled up 193 rushing yards together in Week 14. Tom Brady is 0-3 in the regular season against the Saints since coming to Tampa Bay, and New Orleans averages 36 points a game in those wins. However, I think the Buccaneers will get their revenge here. So I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game. My final score is going to be 33-21. I got Tampa Bay winning. And I believe with that win, I believe that would put them in position to win the NFC South. I believe they would win the division if they put away New Orleans. So with that, I think they'll do just that. So 33-21, I got Tampa winning. So MF, are we going to see our first division clincher Sunday night? I think so.
I'm trying to check on the clinching scenarios. I did not think we were gonna have the I'm the king of the clinching scenarios here. Let me see. Is that gonna be enough to get them in? Well, let's see for Tampa. Tampa Bay. Let's see. Actually, yes, Anthony, it will. If they win, they win the division. But they could also get a playoff berth with a 49er loss. So they need a combination. They would need a combo of either Minnesota lose or tie and a 49er loss on Sunday, and they actually get in. They'll be one of the first teams to get into the playoffs. So yeah, this is very interesting. So there's a lot to talk about, but yeah, I'm gonna say I do believe, and actually, there's another scenario that we didn't talk about here tonight. We should have talked about. The Tennessee Titans can win the NFC South with a win and Indy losing to the Patriots on Saturday night. So we actually got 2 possible clinching scenarios that could happen this weekend. But I do Tampa will win it. They'll win the division. Florio, it's yours.
And we move on to the final game of the week. Monday Night Football on ESPN. Another and theme of the week, divisional matchup, another divisional game. This one from the NFC North, or as we like to affectionately call it, the NFC Norris. In the immortal words of the great Chris Berman. And believe it or not, this is also going to be their first meeting this year, believe it or not, as it will be the Minnesota Vikings squaring off against the Chicago Bears from Soldier Field in Chicago on Monday night, 8:15, of course. And on that call, there will be, of course, Steve Levy, Brian Griese, Louis Riddick, and Lisa Salters. Minnesota opening up as a 5.5-point favorite. Minnesota leads the all-time series 61-56 with 2 ties. They split both meetings last year. Both teams won on the road. So Minnesota won in Chicago last year, 19-13. Bears' last home win against the Vikings was the year before, 2019. That was a 16-6 final. So not much more to say. MF, Chicago, I think they're pretty much out of it. But Minnesota, with a win, they could probably still hang around in that NFC race.
Yeah, there's definitely a chance, but I'm gonna say it. Minnesota definitely is going to be a very interesting situation. They've been up and down as well. They lost to the Lions, for heaven's sake. They had the team that lost to the Lions this year. So I mean, I think Minnesota will turn it around. I think they'll get the job done. There's really nothing more to say. So Minnesota wins. Anthony, it's yours.
Yeah. All right, hang on 1 second. Okay, here we go. For the Vikings and the Bears, I'm right there with you. I mean, it's got to be Minnesota. I mean, Kirk Cousins is just 1-5 but here's the thing though. Kirk Cousins is just 1-5 as a starter against the Bears since coming to Minnesota. But 4 of those games have been one-score nail-biters. Neither team can stop the run. So this is a chance for Dalvin Cook and perhaps David Montgomery to go large. It's another tight one, and Justin Fields could surprise and play hero on Monday night. But I just don't see that. I mean, I think Minnesota is the better team, if I'm going to be honest with you. And the Vikings got a much-needed victory over the Steelers in Week 13 and are well-rested coming off that Thursday night. The Bears don't have many answers for Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson, but Kirk Cousins' primetime woes will leave the door ajar for Justin Fields to keep things close, working aggressively against a weak Vikings secondary and also using his legs well. I think it's going to be closer than you think, but I think Minnesota's going to pull it out. I say Minnesota wins. My final score is going to be 26-23. Minnesota beats Chicago. So with that being said, that will put the bow on this very exciting edition of Strictly Sports NFL Thursday. We want to thank you all so very much for joining us this evening, and we will be back with you tomorrow night over on MF's channel, Braves Fan 95. And I wanted to quickly correct on that Bengal Bronco thing. I forgot to mention that the Bengals draw a tough road assignment. They try to rebound from the heartbreaking overtime home loss to the Niners. Broncos have the same record, but their resume less impressive overall. Cincinnati will trust fully in Joe Burrow to let it loose from the get-go, while Denver will try to get away with the pass light game plan with Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams hiding Teddy Bridgewater. It won't work with Burrow outplaying him grittily well in the Q road spot. Quick final score correction. I'm actually gonna go 24-20, but I still have Cincinnati winning. That doesn't change. But just wanted to get that out of the way and off my chest. So now we can put an end to it. So we'll be back with you tomorrow night over on MF's channel, Braves Fan 95, for the final Cerebral Smack Talk of 2021. Because next Friday and the Friday after are holidays, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, and we're all gonna have plans with our families on both of those days, I'm sure. So we will not be doing the Cerebral Smack Talk after tomorrow. This will be the final Cerebral Smack Talk of 2021. But MF has promised us that we're gonna go out with a bang. We got Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage as always. And for the first time in a long time, MF is going to hit us with the Mikey's Mindset, and we got a loaded one. He's going to hit us with the ROH Final Battle recap and the recap of UFC 269, where perhaps the biggest upset in UFC history took place. So MF will drop all that on you tomorrow night. And then Monday night, we got Ridiculously Raw. The final Ridiculously Raw of 2021 over on my channel, The Tone 25, because the week after we're doing a special show. I'll have more on that next week. That'll be on Monday. And then Wednesday, we got Wednesday Night Mayhem with MF, with NXT 2.0 and AEW Dynamite. This show next week. And you thought this week's slate was good? Next week's slate is going to be just as good. We got a lot of another big round of games with playoff implications. And it starts on Thursday night with the San Francisco 49ers against the Tennessee Titans. Another big Saturday doubleheader. The Cleveland Browns against the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts against the Arizona Cardinals. As of now, I think I got those ranked 1 and 2 on our side of the ledger with the records. We also have the Baltimore Ravens against the Cincinnati Bengals, implications there. Los Angeles Rams against the Minnesota Vikings, implications there. Maybe the biggest implications right here. AFC East implications. The Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots, round 2. We also have some other great playoff implication games, such as the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Kansas City Chiefs. That's a big one. How about the Denver Broncos against the Las Vegas Raiders? That somewhat has implications. The Washington football team against the Dallas Cowboys in Jerry World. As of now, is the Sunday Night Football game. And the Monday Night Football game for Week 16, the Miami Dolphins against the New Orleans Saints. So we're going to get into all that next week. So until tomorrow night for the Cerebral Smack Talk over on MF's channel, BraceFan95, this is Anthony Florio on behalf of all of us here at Strictly Sports and the Wrestling Forum. Good old MF Michael Fletcher, Michael Bullock, Dede Woodson, and of course, always and forever, the Yankee Messiah 401, the man who put it all together in the first place, Derek Ferreira. You know the routine, everybody. Thumbs up. Talk to you later. Yeah. Throw it up Fortune 4 style. Bye for now, my friends. God bless. Be good to each other. And until tomorrow night for the final Cerebral Smack Talk of 2021, you've been watching Week 15 of Strictly Sports NFL Thursday right here on the Tone 25 on YouTube and StreamYard.com. For everybody who has been a part of this one, for now, Anthony Florio. So long. Bye, everybody. Bye.